Hello, I'm Amanda Gilbert, and welcome to this meditation for learning how to transform your difficulties into growth here on Journey Live. As human beings, we inevitably encounter difficulties and really hard experiences during our life. There's a saying in the meditation world that the human life is filled with 10,000 joys and 10,000 sorrows. So at some point or another, it's up to us to really lean into this truth of human living, which is that can we accept and acknowledge our difficulties that we're experiencing, our stresses and our hardships and our suffering really, and learn to work with this in a different way. Meditation is really extremely helpful here, as in meditation we learn to see what is happening in our lives one moment to the next a little bit more clearly. When we train our attention to first arrive to the present moment by relaxing our attention into objects like the body or the breath or sounds around us, that actually gives us a clear sense of knowing, a clear sense of attention in the present moment. And from there, we can start to also explore our thoughts, feelings, and even sensations that are stored in the body. And so we start to see the effects of our difficulties and sufferings, and even our joys and that which we're excited about in life in a clearer way. And after that moment of clarity, that's where we really get to meet our difficulties and suffering in particular with a quality of compassion and a quality of really kind resilience here. And so for this meditation practice, I'm going to share with you a really helpful and supportive meditation for turning your difficulties into growth, yes, but first really learning to acknowledge and accept what it is that you may be going through right now or have gone through, and meeting what's here with compassion, warmth, and this kind benevolence, this kind resilience as well. As it's in the compassion in particular, it's in this nurturing of our feelings and our past experiences or current experiences, not necessarily pushing them away, but meeting them as they are now with this kind, warm, compassionate, resilient attention. That's where we really get to, again, open ourselves up to the possibility of growth and gaining the lessons that are available to us to learn from what it is we're going through. So we'll be doing a meditation practice called RAIN, and I'll be guiding us through the entire time. But really quickly, before we start, just so you know what RAIN stands for, RAIN is an acronym for the certain steps that we will go through during this meditation. R stands for recognize. So we'll first be recognizing what is here as far as thoughts, feelings, and sensations in the body. A stands for accept or allow. Can we accept what it is we're becoming aware of? Can we accept what it is we're becoming more aware of through our mindful attention? I is investigate. So we know that any sort of feeling or emotion is always presented in the body. So at this stage in the meditation, we'll actually put our mindful attention into the area of the body, whether it's the heart or an area in the abdomen or even your temples or your throat or your hands, wherever you may be feeling this sensation or difficulty the most, we'll bring our attention there. And then N stands for nurturing. And this is that compassion piece where we really get to meet our inner landscape in particular. We get to meet ourselves and our feelings and our thoughts and our difficulties through that transformative lens of compassion, which will then open us up to more growth and learning. So let's go ahead and get nice and settled in together and begin our time in meditation. So finding your way to a comfortable posture and position for you. Maybe this means rolling the shoulders back, or even allowing the neck to roll side to side. You can place the phone out in front of you or over to your left or right side, wherever is most comfortable. And if it's available to do so, you can gently start to close the eyes. Settling in and arriving to this time in meditation. Noticing if there's anything you can let go of to bring your attention even more to this time in meditation and to this present moment. And so we'll introduce a nice, helpful, long, deep breath in through the nose. And allowing this breath to release out through the nose or the mouth. Again, letting go of anything that's keeping you from being right here. And one more time, breathing in. And breathing out. Now we'll begin our rain meditation. So you can lightly check in with your inner landscape of your heart, your thoughts, your mind, or the body, and recognize any predominant feeling or emotion that you may be experiencing and holding right here and right now. Whether this is sadness, frustration, anger, loneliness, or heartbreak. Just recognizing a little more deeply and noticing if you can even name and identify what feeling and emotion you're experiencing right now. And sometimes emotions can take on a few different facets or forms. So even if you're noticing a few different types of difficult emotions or feelings, and especially if you are considering the difficult experience that you may be in right now, noticing if you can identify the category of emotions and feelings, or just land on your most predominant one. And now naming this difficulty and this difficult feeling and emotion in the mind. So if it's sadness, just gently noting, sadness is here. And from here, noticing if you can allow this difficulty or this feeling and emotion to be here. Not necessarily wishing it away or wanting to change it or fix it or have things be different right now. More deeply noticing if you can accept and allow whatever is here to be here. And from this place of recognition and allowance, moving into identifying where you are feeling and sensing this difficulty in the body the most. So perhaps your difficulty is resting in the heart, in the area around the heart in the body. Or maybe it's being held in your shoulders, or even that area between the rib cage and the abdomen. Perhaps this difficulty is predominantly expressing itself in your thoughts or in worried thoughts in the mind. And so noticing any tension in the mind that's coming from this difficulty as well. Just identifying where you are experiencing the direct sensations from this difficulty and these difficult feelings. And now that you've recognized, allowed, and identified where this difficulty and these feelings are being held in the body, the mind, or the heart, bringing this kind, nurturing, compassionate awareness now to that place in the body, the mind, or the heart where your difficulties are present and living in. Allowing that warmth of compassion, that underlying healing and wisdom of kindness and resilience to be here. And to meet this difficulty with as much nurturing compassion and wise, kind resilience as you can. This is your opportunity here in this meditation. Is to meet your difficulties with compassion. Now extending this compassion and kind, resilient attention from that localized area in the body where you identified where your difficulty is being experienced or living or presenting. Now expanding this kind, compassionate attention outwards throughout the entire body now. And so allowing yourself to be fully held by this warm, kind, compassionate attention. And even gently asking the mind and asking the heart, what is there for me to learn from this difficulty that I'm experiencing right now? In what way can I open to this difficulty and perhaps invite in an opportunity and possibility of growth? And in what ways can I continue to meet myself and my difficulty and sorrow right now with compassion and resilience? So spending a moment here, letting any answers or information to naturally unfold. Regardless of any specific answers or growth coming through right now, allowing your attention and your heart to rest in this experience of compassion. Knowing that if not in this moment today, at some point soon, you will be able to transform your difficulties into growth. And so inviting in a nice long deep breath in through the nose now, and allowing this breath to release out through the nose or the mouth. And when you're ready, you can gently invite in some mindful movement into the body. And float open the eyes. And pausing to reflect how it is that you feel right now after spending some time in that warm, nurturing, compassionate space of kind resilience and really compassion. And just like we mentioned during our meditation, even if you're not feeling like you completely can see the silver lining or the possibility of growth or greater learning right now, just by recognizing and allowing yourself to feel how it is you are feeling right now will eventually open you up to that space and opportunity of more growth and understanding. And the vehicle in which that happens is by meeting what's here through kindness and compassion. So I hope to see you in meditation really soon. And there's a wonderful community of teachers here as well. So please come join us on the next live class. And I'll continue to support you, and we'll continue to support you, turning your difficulties into growth each and every day. So thank you so much for meditating together, and continue to compassionately meet yourself moment to moment today.